All right, it's August 21st here today. Kind of a change of pace here today. We were gonna go out and shoot our bows this morning, but 2 days ago I just got word this piece I've been trying to get permission on since turkey season this spring. Was out here, talked to the landowner in April and got on it for turkey hunting, and came back here earlier this summer and asked him permission for deer hunting, and I was just kind of waiting to hear back from him on it, and finally got in contact with the landowner a couple days ago, and he said, gave me the green light to hunt it, said no one should be out here this year. So what we got here, it's kind of a interesting piece compared to anything else I've hunted down here. It's mainly like CRP grass. It's 160 acres, but there is a low bottom in here, and there's a couple fingers that come out from it on the south side of the farm. And it's probably got 15 to 20 acres of timber down there. And then everything to the east, south, and west of it is all agriculture. But it's pretty secluded down in that bottom. I think it'll be a pretty cool spot come rut or even early season hunting, catching some of them deer coming out of there. I feel like it's just gonna be a little bit of a sanctuary for them. But we're gonna go to the south here, check that out first, probably spend most of the time there. Go to the north, check that 80 out. Most of that CRP, there's a couple trees along some of the fence lines that we might try and trim up and set up for maybe doing some decoy hunting out of, but I'm not gonna get too carried away with putting stands in here yet this year. I'm kind of thinking that I'm gonna use this year more for just learning the farm and doing mainly hanging hunts. So I don't really wanna put in a bunch of stands and spots that I think are going to be good, and then to end up having to switch them later. So I just want to learn the farm first before I really commit it to selecting my stands this year. So, but yeah, we're going to get everything loaded up in the packs. We got a handful of cameras to put out. Try getting some intel here in the next few weeks before season starts. All right, we're on the south side of this wood lot here. We actually kicked up a little buck on the walk in. Came down through the bottom and it comes up to the top here. And we found a tree. It's got a bunch of overhanging branches, and you could tell that these deer have worked this spot in the past. We came in and we actually trimmed a few of them out so they only could work this one right here. And we put an edge camera up with a solar panel. Put some black widow in it and freshened it up and kind of tore up the ground a little bit. I think we'll get some pretty good activity on this. I got high hopes. There's a lot of trails coming out of this timber to the north of us here. Pretty secluded down this bottom. I think what we're gonna do next, when we're coming in here, there's a draw that runs south, and we got eyes on a pretty good tree down along that edge that you can hunt anything coming off the ag fields to the south of us. So we might try and buzz up a tree and maybe limb a little bit of it out. Not sure if we'll put a camera there, but we'll at least get something prepped for hunting that draw sometime. So looking good so far, but we got a ton of ground still to walk here today. So we're gonna keep moving. We just got down to the south end of this ditch. We're on the far south end of this 80. And we got neighboring corn here, a lot of corn. This ditch basically runs north and south, and it goes up into the big timber that we just put that first camera in. We got down here and we just kicked up 2 hammers. Those guys saw the first one and it sounds like pretty good. I didn't get to see that one that great, but the second one was a nice deer too. He was tall and really tight. Easily 150s class deer. So we're just kind of eyeing this up because I want to get a stand set up to hunt this ditch. I just don't know where I want to put it yet, but I'm thinking we'll maybe go a little bit north. That way we're kind of off this field a little bit, so we can get in here in the mornings when the corn's off and hopefully not bump too many deer. So that's pretty cool. We already know there's a couple good ones around. Just got another camera out. We buzzed up a tree here, trimmed it up a little bit so we can set up on this ditch where we kick these couple nice bucks out on. I'm kind of thinking this would be an awesome spot early season. or come rut, we'll get a decoy out here. Anything coming down this draw should be able to see it. There is a little bit of a trail that comes right underneath the stand too. It's a pretty deep ditch. I'm sure deer cross it somewhere. We just aren't really sure yet until we hunt it. So we got the other end of this woodlot to get to. It's already 10:30 and we haven't even hit the other side of the farm yet. So still got a lot of work to get going on. We just got done with the last camera here and standing on this property around the northeast end of the farm. We just put a vine out here. We got one to the west here that we just put up probably about 150 yards, 175 yards straight west. And we're basically overlooking just a giant CRP field, but they got a trail that runs right along this edge here. And we got up in this tree right here. It's a big cluster of trees. Should be hid pretty good. And there's like 2 trails that split off and go past both sides of the stand. So we got our last moultrie out. We got 5 cameras total out today on the farm. So I feel like we should get some pretty good inventory the next few weeks leading into season. I'm very excited for this piece, especially the fact that we kicked up a few deer scouting it today. All 3 of them were bucks and 2 of them are some pretty solid deer. So looking forward to seeing what we're going to get on the cameras and what we'll be able to chase here this fall.
Down. Got me down. That one's done. I'm happy with them. Really excited to put a wrap on a quick North Dakota season for myself.
Holy smokes. That is a heck of a deer.
Well, we just got to home base here at Dillon's Farm in central Wisconsin. Parked the truck, got some Moultrie cameras, and we're just about to head out, me, Rand, and Gielig, to head out to try to film some velvet tonight. So just shaking off the preseason rust and getting out looking for big bucks. It should be a fun night. So just really excited to get back out with the cameras in our hands, and let's see if we can't film some bucks tonight. So follow along.
All right, we got some big bucks. Well, maybe a big buck. Right there. To your right, to your right, to your right. I got him. That's a nice buck. Yeah. Turn?
He's right there. So. Right on top of the hill, right? Oh, he is kind of lopsided though. Beautiful lopsided.
That's a buck. See him? Five does out there.
Yeah.
Garbage. Yeah. We only got 1 buck out of that. What are we at?
12?
13? 13? 11 left to go. Half hour. Let's see if we can do it, huh?
That's good.
Oh, the one on the left is a nice buck.
There is a lot in there, boys.
How many?
That's a pretty sweet frame. I got four.
There's 5 of them.
I got 4 in frame right now.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably 12 different bucks there. And with that, that's over 24.
What were we?
There's 17 in the last 2 fields.
Oh, sorry, car.
38. But we had ourselves a pretty solid night. When we filled up with gas, before we started, Dylan asked me how many deer or how many bucks I thought we were going to see tonight. I said 24, and Dylan thought that was a pretty aggressive number, but we ended the night at 46. And that's pretty much all different bucks, all different fields that we drove around. So it's really a small area from Dylan's cabin. I mean, as a crow flies, we're probably no more than 5-10 miles from the cabin. So, I mean, relatively close, but it really helped. The one field had 12 different bucks at least that we counted. The field right next to it, just across the fence line, had 5, so right there was 17 bucks. But really good night, a couple nice bucks in there. It was just nice to get out there, kind of get the juices flowing, and I can speak for all 3 of us. I think it got us ready for the fall. Excited to see what happens, and about a month out before we can get up in the trees, so it was fun.
Let's see if anybody on the team can beat 46
in one night. Yeah, bring it on, suckers.
We're just out here today getting the last food plots done. I got Ross and the interns with. It's hot out, it's like in the 90s, pushing 100 degrees. But we finally got things lined up to get this all completed here. Got the first food plot done, we got 1 left. The interns and Ross are gonna finish that up. I gotta head out of here, unfortunately. We'll be all set here on this farm. Last food plots of the year. Worked up pretty good. Unfortunately, some of this that we sprayed, he wasn't able to get mowed and tilled up. But we do got probably, I would say, a 1/4 of an acre on this side. And I think that other side's gonna be about a 1/2 acre here. So we at least got some food for an option this year for him. But getting excited, season's right around the corner here. And before we know it, we'll be in a tree here in Iowa.
Well, Mike just had to peel out of here, had some errands he had to run. But I got the interns with me still. Trey just got done working up the plot. So we're gonna go ahead and seed it for him. We're gonna seed our big sexy first. We don't have any abilities of packing it besides running it over. And ideally, you wanna get this stuff in the ground a little bit deeper than your brassicas. But we just don't have the ability to do that right now. So we're gonna throw our brassicas on, and then we're gonna throw No BS, which is just a mix of some radishes, clover, and oats. We're gonna get to it. It's about a 1/4 acre plot. We got about just enough brassicas here and a lot of No BS, so we're gonna get to it. Well, we just got the big sexy in. Seed wise, we probably had enough to do a 1/2 acre of brassicas, and this is about a 1/4 acre, but we put in a 1/2 acre just because that's what we had left and we wanted to use it up. We're gonna put in No BS now. Like I said, it's an oat mix with some radishes and clover. Just kind of fill it in. What comes up comes up. Hopefully we get a shot of rain here. We're gonna put in probably half this. The whole thing does a 1/4 acre. There's probably 3/4 in there. So we're gonna put about half of what's left in here, get it spread, and get it packed. Well, we just finished up spreading the plot here for Mike on his permission farm. Worked up real nice. Trey did a good job. We came in here, spread the seed. Seed went down well. We just gotta hope and pray for rain now. Looks like it's gonna be pretty dry, but there's a chance of showers here in a couple days. But today was brutal. It's 98 degrees, real feel 103. But we just got the camera slapped up on this plot. We're ready to get out of here.